G'day folks, Loki here, back with some more fun and games in No Man's Sky. Now in my most recent video I talked about caves and gathering cobalt, and I told you to, on your travels, look out for chlorine and start picking that up, and that I was going to be making a video about what to do with those two items. Well, that video is this one, and we're going to talk about smashing economies to maximize our profits on both cobalt and chlorine. Now, I do have a stack of cobalt there ready to go, but I'm going to show you from scratch about the chlorine. Now, chlorine, you'll get it underwater, and you may not be at that part of the game yet. You haven't struck out into going into water and underwater. That's fine. But you can, that's where you'll find chlorine most of the time, and it's where you'll also find salt. So we're just going to go and gather a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to show you another option. Let's see, let's go down here. Surely, okay, we're going to get over to the deeper water. Isn't that a song? Deeper water? Deeper water. It's ringing a couple of bells for me. Alright, let's see. Come on. Get in there. It's oddly peaceful down here, except for the things that want to eat you. Alright, so here we go. Oh! Great plant. So we can get salt and ferrite dust. We're really only interested in the salt, but never say no to, a second freebie. Another one. Okay, so we've picked up a little bit of salt. So that's how it's done, like everything else in No Man's Sky. There's the base. There we go. Alright, now let's get out of here, and we're going to travel on through to a space station. Because salt, like I said, it's not something you might not necessarily come across it in your travels early days. Cobalt you will, you basically find it anywhere there are caves. You'll find cobalt. So make sure you grab as much as you can. The minimum you sort of want to have before you start using this process I'm going to show you would be half a stack. So you want at least somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000 before you start trying this, and all will be revealed, and you'll understand everything completely once we get back up here and get to a space station. So no stairs, have to do it the jetpack way. Alright, here we go. Now, before I wander off to the space station. I'm gonna go to the space station first. Yeah, we'll save that for a bit. Alright, so off we go. Gonna find ourselves a space station. Let's see. Now, this one I marked earlier has been somewhere particularly helpful for us. Yep, there we go. Don't worry, don't look at the names. You don't have to remember what space stations I go to. This will work no matter where you go, alright? So just don't stress about that. Okay, so we've arrived on the other side. Now remember, we've got our stack of cobalt, so we can start working. Alright, so we come in here to the Galactic Trade Terminal, and we have a look, and let's see what they have for sale here. Cobalt, nice. A few other odds and sods, and they have salt as well. Alright, so what we're going to do, now let's make a note. We've started, I've got, 677 million there. And so what we're going to do, we go into our inventory. And we're going to sell our entire stack of cobalt here for a bit over 2 million. And then we're going to go back in and buy not just our original stack of cobalt, but the extra as well. And we're doing that for considerably less than what we sold it. Because as you can see here, the demand has gone down to minus 79%. We have basically totally obliterated the cobalt economy at this space station. So we made a bit of money on that. We know we want to get some chlorine. We haven't got chlorine, but they've got salt. So let's see, we've got about 1.3 million to play with. So let's see. Ooh, yeah, we're pushing it, but it's okay. We've still got plenty of cobalt. So let's buy that salt. Get ourselves out of here. And then unfortunately, we can't chuck a portable refiner down here. So we're going to have to quickly go back to base. Off we pop. Whoosh. Oops. Okay, we're back. Let's throw down the ever useful portable refiner. What we're going to do, we'll fuel her up. Throw in the salt. And turn it into chlorine. I'm going to let that go, and through the magic of the internet and video editing, I'll be back when that chlorine has finished processing. Alright then, I have sat here for and endured the tedium of waiting for my salt to be refined into chlorine. Let's throw that in our exosuit, get out of here, and let's go start making some money. And look, remember, at this stage, all it has cost you is the time it took to harvest your initial amount of cobalt. You bought the salt with the profit you made on your first cobalt flip. Now you got some chlorine, and we're going to just keep building from there. Okay, now this part, it does start to get a bit monotonous, but let's stay focused. We're here for the money. Again, check out, yep, they sell cobalt. What you're going to find is that almost without exception, cobalt will be available at everywhere you go. And that's why you keep it. It's not the biggest money spinner, but it's the most consistent. So if we have a look through here, oxide, phosphorus, they don't have any chlorine. That's fine. We won't sell our chlorine here because we can't buy it back. So we go into sell. And where's our cobalt? Alright, so we're going to sell our cobalt here. Notice the demand currently is minus 4.9%. We're going to sell that for 2.5 million. And then we go back and we buy not just the cobalt that we sold, but we buy back the difference. Zippity-doo-dah, let's get that up to max. Come on. Done. Right? So we've now just made a cool $1.8 million again without really trying. So now we head to the next space station. And now we've got a bit over 1.5 stacks of cobalt. So you see how this keeps growing, and it just exponentially you start making more money. Okay. Where is it we went to? Go. happen to know the drill by now. Over to the Galactic Trade Terminal. Our good friend Cobalt is there. And chlorine as well. Okay, so we come in, we go into sell. We're going to sell all our cobalt, just under 2.9 million. We're going to sell all our chlorine for just over $1 million. And then of course, we go back and we buy up all the cobalt, and we buy up all the chlorine. And you know, we started with 667 million. Despite our purchases, we're still out in front. So off to the next space station. You're getting sort of starting to see there's a pattern to this, that this is how it's just, you know, just hop from station to station. Next station, and we head over. Okay. They have got the oblique. Well, they haven't got a lot of it, but that's okay. But they sell cobalt, no chlorine. And again, this is why you always hang on to the cobalt, because it is sold everywhere. So let's go down here. We're going to sell now for 3.4 million. And off we go. Where's their cobalt? And we buy that back for 900,000. So like you can see, this is just, you know, a blind squirrel can do this, because as the saying goes, even a blind squirrel occasionally finds nuts. It's just, all this is an investment of your time. And you know, it's easy to do, but it takes time. There are better ways to make money as you get further into the game, but early on, you know, a lot of things that make money, the old saying is so applicable. It takes money to make money. So this is your, you know, this is your way of making money when you don't have any. You just harvest that cobalt as much as you possibly can, and then you start playing the Galactic Trade game. So we jump in here, have a look. Yep, cobalt, my old friend, there you are. But no chlorine. Whoops, and I didn't mean to exit that. DERP. Okay, so we're gonna sell cobalt, 3.5, and let's go back and buy it, and a bit more. Notice, you know, like, and it's going to take a few days for these to reset, so you can't, you know, you can't leave and then come directly back to the same space station, because, did I buy that? Was I too busy talking and I didn't buy it? No, I did. Good. It'll take the local economy a little while to heal from us dumping and crashing so much material on it. I think we need to go to the next page. Alright. Let's go here. You know, but if you spend maybe 30 minutes, an hour doing this, you're going to see, you know, how rapidly you can make money using this method. At this point in time, I'm starting to feel like my tuner's just running around on autopilot. But, you know, that's how it goes. Okay, we have cobalt, as we expect. And goody, they have chlorine as well. So let's go sell all our chlorine. Now this is what, like, you see chlorine, it just provides such a sweet amount of money compared to cobalt. But what you're getting with selling the cobalt is consistency, because it's available at every space station. And the reason you don't want to sell your chlorine somewhere where you can't buy it back is for exactly that reason. You can't buy it back. So you want to always make sure that, you know, you've got these mats on hand that you can, you know, flip them at will. Alright, cobalt, let's buy that back. Where's the chlorine? There we go. And we're going to get the chlorine we sold and a bit extra, so, you know, I'm gaining some ground there. And again, you know, like, we're up 3 mil, and I know in the scheme of things, like, that doesn't sound like a lot of money compared to how much you are probably going, you know, not probably, that you are going to need at certain points in the game. But you got to remember, the time in the game that I am advocating you use this is when pretty much the only avenue for making units you've got is scanning, you know, flora, fauna, minerals and whatnot, and getting your unit reward for that. So this is a quick, dirty way of making some cash. And as I've said, and I'm going to say it again, for nothing more than your original time investment in harvesting some cobalt. Alright. Okay, so they've only got cobalt here, so that's all we'll sell. Okay, so we sell that for 4.4. And we're going to buy it back for 1.3. So, like, this is, it's not rocket science. Yes, I know, that's something I say a lot. But it really isn't. This is just quick, easy, not hard to do. Let's see if I've got one more. There we go. Pretty sure if memory serves me right, this one has chlorine. So we'll see what we can, you know, end up with for a final tally. Okay, here we go. Lucky last. And they have cobalt. And they have chlorine. And so we go, yeehaw, let's go sell some stuff. Alrighty. We're going to sell our chlorine for 3.5, our cobalt for a bit over 5 million. We go in and, of course, that one's got to be maxed out. It doesn't tick over any faster than that. Come on, you can do it. Hurry, hurry. There we go. Buy our cobalt back. There's the chlorine. We'll buy that back. Okay, so the end result is we started off, we had 667 million, so we've made 22 million. We've increased our 1 stack of cobalt to a bit over 3 stacks. We had no chlorine to start with. After a bit of an investment, you know, a financial investment in salt and a time investment in refining it, and we've now got over a stack of chlorine. So if that's not an easy way to make money, I don't know what is. So that's how it's done. I hope that helps you out, and you can start building that mass amount of money that you're probably going to need later on. If you found this helpful, please let me know. If you've got any questions, you know, drop it in the comments. And, you know, I will be back with another video really soon.